My name's Alex Proud, and you've guessed that being intelligent people, I own the gallery. You know what? This is actually the first proper exhibition we've done since the whole horror lockdown, and it's so lovely to have you, the gallery manager, seeing this gallery full of wonderful, happy, I hope interested and contented friends, journalists, customers, and friends of Brian's. I think it's incredibly fitting. This gallery scene shows with Paul McCartney, Elena Christensen, Rankin, Bailey, some of the best photographers in the world and some of the most interesting people in the world. And I think after the horrors of 3 years of lockdown and all the other things that have gone on, it's such a wonderful way to kick off this. Well, it's been here since '92. This hopefully not far off being a slight institution with such a fantastic exhibition, but on so many levels. I think it's really rare you get to go to see an exhibition that has so many different people's photography from around the world, a whole history of a style of photography that almost died if it hadn't been for Brian, and then some really fun memorabilia and Brian's personal photos from Queen downstairs. You don't normally get quite so much bang for your buck, and I think this is fabulous. I've never seen the gallery look quite so wonderful, which is only fitting after the last 3 years. Also, as I'm sure many of you here know, it's really wonderful and unusual to have someone like Brian and very much his team, who have been such a pleasure and such kind, wonderful people to work with and made it incredibly relaxing and easy, which I'm going to be honest is not always the case, as I'm sure some of you know. So that's made a wonderful change, and I only hope that if I am ever a fraction as famous, that I can be as gracious, hospitable and kind as Brian has been, and also all of his team. There are many of them, they've all been a wonder to work with. I also want to thank Javier over there, who I don't think slept last night, and not for any misappropriate reason, but because he worked all night in the gallery making this wonderful for you. Javier, you've been a fantastic person. You sat through 3 years of lockdown, keeping this going and burning the fire, keeping the fires burning, and it's such an honour and privilege to have you all the way from Mexico. Well, he might keep you for no Trump yet, but I threaten you with it occasionally. So, having spoken for far too long, you don't want to hear from me. You want to hear from Brian, who's going to say a few words about the exhibition, about the history and everything else that he knows so much about and has done so much to reinvent and bring back into the public eye. Brian, thank you so much for the show, and welcome to our massive stage.